Johnny Dare, Nycki Pace. It is Tuesday. The week is just ripping on by. It looks like the weather's going to be decent. Kyle had a moment. Dude, I don't know if it's that side of the room, but weather befuddles the people that work there.
I wasn't paying attention.
It's going to be 60 till next week.
On next weekend.
Just
what?
I was like, okay, calm down, everyone. Dude, the kid grew up in St. Joe, like he doesn't know. Remember, T would be astounded by raining.
Confused when it went from one moment to the next.
If it rained when the sun was out, it was too much for him. Like
there was a glitch.
His tiny little burnt up Turner brain.
Poor fella had a glitch each time.
I remember what it was, by the way. We were talking earlier about the phrases that he would use, and he would say, "They gone and," or "someone gone and," and I was like, you don't need to say gone, or like they gone and sold their car,
right?
Like I'd be like, no, just they sold their car,
right?
Yeah, that's what I said. They gone and sold their car, and I'm like, okay.
All right.
Yeah, no.
Never mind.
No. He's.
I heard you. Yeah, good.
That's it. That's exactly right. We used to bust Jeff Barry's balls. Jeff now runs like 8 or 10 radio stations in Albuquerque.
What did he say?
He said everything. Are you kidding me? It was a library and an ambulance, and there was in between the streets was a medium. And and I was like, Jeff, it's not a medium. I know it seems like it should be a medium, but it's a median.
Right.
Median. It's in between the medium. And I was like, dude, I swear, I will send you to the library in an ambulance.
I don't know. And he's a smart guy.
No, it's just where you grew up, man. It's just yes, he knows what an ambulance is.
Mm-hmm.
And he knew if you probably asked him, say, hey, spell it, he could spell it.
Right.
But when you say it, you would just say ambulance.
For whatever reason in your head, that's how it stuck.
And it was a library. I was like, Jeff, I swear to God. And super smart cat, man. Again, he's done much better than the rest of us.
But for whatever reason, that was his.
That was the dot. That was his dot moment. He was at the. And I never let him forget it.
I'm trying to think. We have this discussion sometimes in the house. Oh God, one of them that came up just the other day. Jewelry drives Mike crazy. And then there was one, Vito, and I'm like, isn't it Vito? I feel like it's Vito.
Who was saying Vito?
It was multiple people on one of our fine TV broadcasts. I liked them a lot, and I was stunned.
The best. You should have been in here with Double J and T teamed up to add into like one giant extra stupid one person. We were talking about dachshunds, and they were like, and then she pipes it off, and she's just like, it's Dachshund. And I go, no, it's not. It just looks like that. It's the way it's spelled. It's German dog. And then T's like, yeah, it is, John. And I'm like, no, it's not. And then the two of them look at each other, and I'm like, oh, I see.
So they thought they were going to like power twin activate you, and
then they were both looking at each other like, "Geez, this dummy, this dummy." I'm
this
like,
maroon.
It's a dachshund, guys, and and this goes on for 5 minutes. Like, the eye rolling two people like looking at each other
and looking down at you like you're an idiot.
Like, and you just wait. They're just digging the hole, and I'm like, and we'll just get out Google right here where it says the word.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
to pronounce it.
You see, sometimes children, the words will sound out differently than they look on the paper. Turner, other Turner, like.
I have to imagine people, like a good 10 at least took a ditch that morning when they were driving along going, is this really happening?
There's nothing I enjoy more than someone, and trust me, I've done it myself, where I've dug in.
Where you double down.
For sure, I knew the answer, and I didn't know the answer. But what I learned from them that day is do not get that condescension. You should have seen it. It was glorious. It was wonderful. I was like, oh, this is going to be so good.
Did that feel like one of the greatest victories of your lifetime?
No,
maybe?
You just like watching it because they were so sure. I'm like, I'm getting ready. No, let's see how full that balloon can get. And it was just inflating bigger and larger and more. And I mean, it was glorious. But I don't blame them. They both come from a sketchy background. It's much like myself. Dachshund. There's a dachshund, kids. They might as well have been saying it's a knife. Boy, it was that good. I was like, I understand.
Celebrating birthdays, former MacGyver star Richard Dean Anderson is 74. Cheap Trick's Robin Zander is 71. And former Saved by the Bell star Tiffany Thiessen is 50.
It's
It's a fact that at age 50, Tiffany Thiessen is still hot as balls. And there's one other fact that I can tell. And that's the fact that there's not a guy on this show that didn't at one point or another rub one out to her on Saved by the Bell. Happy birthday to former Saved by the Bell star Tiffany Thiessen. Well, except for maybe Kyle. He strikes me as more of a Slater kind of guy. But for the rest of us, we were full-on Kelly Kapowski.
Didn't we meet? We met them, didn't we? When we first got on radio, they were doing some kind of a weird tour, and it was the blonde kid and her.
Yeah, it was her and Mark Paul Gosselaar.
And they were nice enough.
She was exceedingly nice.
Yeah.
Like, she was way nice to a couple of dirtbags.
Yeah, we met her in the hallway at Q. We were working over at Z-Rock, and I was like, there's TV people here, Greg.
I've seen you on the TV.
Yeah. I gone and turned my TV on. I pushed my dachshund out of the way, and there you were.
And they were both like, yeah, we kind of want to hang out with you guys more.
Yeah, they were fun, though. They were nice.
Yeah.
In news this morning, a divided Supreme Court is allowing Border Patrol agents to cut razor wire that Texas installed on the U.S.-Mexico border while a lawsuit over the wire continues. The justices, by a 5-4 vote Monday, granted emergency appeal from the Biden administration, which has been in an escalating standoff at the border with Texas and had objected to an appellate ruling in favor of the state. Federal officials are recommending that airlines inspect the door plugs on more Boeing 737s after one of the panels blew off of the Boeing jet mid-flight. The FAA says airlines should also inspect the panels on an older model, the 737-900ER. Those planes have door plugs that are identical in design to the one that flew off the Alaskan Airlines Boeing MAX 9 jetliner this month. Boeing said this week that it supports the FAA action. The plugs are panels that seal holes left for extra doors when the extra doors aren't needed to meet emergency evacuation standards. Speaking of, a New York-bound Virgin Atlantic flight was canceled just moments before takeoff last week when an alarmed passenger said he spotted several screws missing from that plane's wing. The British traveler was on board a flight at Manchester Airport in UK when he noticed the 4 missing fasteners during a safety briefing for passengers and decided to alert the cabin crew. Said, I thought it was best to mention it to the flight attendant to be on the safe side. Engineers were promptly called out to carry out maintenance checks on that Airbus A330. The aircraft was scheduled to take off to JFK Airport in New York, a Virgin Atlantic rep said.
But did it take off that day? That's what I want to know. Was it serious enough? I apologize for my weird brain,
okay.
but now I'm like, I want to know if that really mattered. If it indeed, without those 4 bolts, they were like, nope, you cannot fly. I would have to believe that they should say.
Flight ended up being asked to provide time for precautionary additional engineering maintenance checks.
Yeah, because I feel like if you have 15 bolt holes, there should be 15 bolts in said holes. That would be your minimum of bolt holes and bolts.
Officials say a flashlight is responsible for causing irreparable damage to a multi-million-dollar military jet. I don't know if you saw this story. According to the Air Force Aircraft Accident Investigation Board, the incident happened on March 15th of 2023 while F-35 was undergoing maintenance work at Luke Air Force Base. The report states that 3-member maintenance team removed a panel and inserted a metering plug into an engine fuel line, prepared the aircraft for an engine run to test the installed metering plug for leaks. The engine run was reportedly completed without a problem, but the damage was found after the engine was shut down following the engine test. The board's president said that there was an issue and evidence that this handheld flashlight had caused damage that could not be repaired to the $14 million aircraft engine. According to Air Force officials, each member of the maintenance team was current and qualified to accomplish all the tasks. However, officials said an incomplete toolkit inventory, along with a failure to comply with Joint Service Technical Data Guidance before starting the jet's engine, resulted in the damage to the plane. HCA Midwest Health on Monday reported a record number of ice-related injuries. System treated close to 200 people for ice-related injuries at its 11 emergency rooms, 13 Care Now centers. Most of the injuries were from slips and falls. Back injuries were the most common type of injury caused by the ice, but fractures and broken bones also occurred.
Man, did you see the fire truck video yesterday? I posted it up on the morning show page. It's amazing. It wasn't in Kansas City. It said it was outside
Jefferson
of Kansas
County.
City, but I think it was closer to St. Louis. Is what I saw later on. I don't know if that's true or not, actually.
I read that it was down in Archie.
Okay, so it wasn't that far from here.
Yeah.
All right, so it was a big fire truck, and it was coming down the street, and it must have had its lights and sirens on before it crested the hill because people were already out looking. Mm-hmm. So somebody had their phone on, and this thing, it literally, you know how big a fire truck is.
Yeah.
I can tell you the one I have barely fits in a 40-foot building with it's about a 38-foot truck. So whether it's in that range. That thing goes, it spins, it goes through a yard, it spins again, it clinks a little blue car, pushes it forward, doesn't smash it, and then somehow ends up between two houses without hitting either house. It's a fantastic move. Like, the guy nails it. Like,
it's insane to see it.
And the thing that ruins the video is, oh my God, if I could drive to Archie and throttle the broad that's screaming during the whole thing, I'm like, by the way, the truck's nowhere near her. Right. She's in no danger whatsoever. She's just that person
that's over the top.
Oh, it's. I'll tell you what, it ruins the joy of the video for me. I have to watch it with the video. Listen, like. Truck.
Oh my gosh! Oh my God! Man! Oh my God!
Wouldn't you love to live in that house? There's one just giant 250-pounder standing on the porch with a cigarette in one hand and her portable phone in the other from the inside of the house. The one chick is screaming. There's a dude doing, and the whole time it's just going like it's just.
Oh my gosh!
Oh
my God! Man! Oh my God!
When you just listen to it without the cool visuals, you're just like, that house has got to be awful. That's got to be a terrible place to live. Yes. But the video is fantastic. You can go to the Johnny Day Morning Show page and see it if you haven't seen it already. And there's two different angles of it. Then somebody who is much quieter, by the way. I don't even think there's audio on that one. You can just hear it kind of clanking into stuff.
That sounds enjoyable.
Yeah. Well, it's not as entertaining because,
either have a circus in town or.
Right. So you can hear it hit the one. Here comes the car. And then it slides over and goes between the houses. I wondered, because they're only about 3 houses away from the other people, if I'd be able to hear the lady screaming, but I wasn't.
By the way, the fire chief with the Rock Community Fire Protection District says they were fortunate no one was hurt. Many Northland commuters will need to find a new route today. MoDOT says Highway 92 will be closed in both directions after the bridge over I-29 was struck yesterday. The indefinite closure will not affect the ramps from 92 to I-29 and vice versa. They advise travelers to use the ramps onto I-29 to get adjacent interchanges to get around this closed bridge. Blue Springs police are reminding people to be careful when they use card readers at gas pumps. Illegal scanners were found on pumps at 3 gas stations in Blue Springs. Criminals install the devices.
But how are you supposed to know there's a scanner on them?
I wouldn't know. I have no idea.
I'm asking you because you had the article, but I'm sorry.
You can read the 2 sentences left in that goddamn article. Moving on to chicks trying to kill their husbands.
I understand that, but I feel like, let me Google it.
Well, I saw a picture on the news yesterday that showed they had released a picture of one of the scanners, and it's just a yellow, like, molded piece on the outside. And they said, on the news, to check it, just pull on that piece and see if it comes off.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Card skimmers.
Like a Tupperware lid, just pull at it?
Yeah. It's just adhesive on it.
Here's the truth. Let me simplify all this. It looks exactly like the piece that's already there. It fits over the top of it. It's painted the same color. It's the little piece. It's round, but it's got a slit in the middle, which you push your card into, chip first. It looks exactly like that. It's just stuck on top of it. Yeah. So, no, Jake is right. The only way you could know is if you reached over and
tug at it.
But then you get your ass suit off because you just pulled their machine apart. But here, to that point, that's what it looks like.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
I don't know. It's a good scam. I'll give him that.
A Christian school teacher has been charged with attempted murder for allegedly poisoning her husband while she had an affair after he set up a hidden camera that captured her adding a toxic plant into his smoothie. The girl, by the way, 37-year-old Sarah Schaefer, a beloved art and design teacher at Calvary Lutheran High School in Jefferson County, Missouri, was first charged last week in first-degree domestic assault after her husband told police he'd been ill for about 6 weeks. The husband described 8 occurrences in which the wife provided a beverage or food that had an odd taste, and shortly after ingesting, he experienced extreme fatigue, confusion, blurred vision, severe cotton mouth, and nausea. He told authorities that a drink she gave him on December 31st had a bitter taste, and that when he asked her about it, she said she urinated in it and added an industrial-strength adhesive to it. After she later denied adding anything into the smoothie, her husband installed that surveillance camera in the kitchen, where on January 16th, he observed a bag labeled Lily of the Valley on the table. The woman admitted to adding a root of the plant into the blender while preparing the smoothie. The defendant admitted doing this with the intent to cause the victim harm. By the way, she eventually fessed up to this and said that she's in a relationship with someone who lives in Pakistan and had conducted Google searches for flights to Pakistan, the probable cause says with this. Calvary Lutheran High School said it was notified by police about the criminal matter pertaining to the employee, and she's been since placed on leave.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.